A very good morning, children. Let's begin our class with a new chapter, that is joint stock company. In this chapter, we're going to do the meaning and features of a joint stock company, distinction between company and partnership, distinction between public sector company and a private sector company, and distinction between private sector company and a partnership. Okay, let's begin with what is joint stock company. The simplest way to describe a joint stock company is that it is a business organization that is owned jointly by all its shareholders. Who are the shareholders? Those who buy the shares of the company. Isn't it? All the shareholders own a certain amount of stock in the company, which is represented by their shares. Okay. So, according to Professor Hannay, he defines it as a voluntary association of persons for profit, having the capital divided into small transferable shares, and the ownership of such share is the condition of membership of the company. Okay, and by studying the features of the joint stock company, it will clear the structure of a joint stock company. Okay. First is artificial legal person. This is the most important thing. By understanding the features, children, you will be able to know what exactly is a joint stock company. A company is a legal entity that has been created by the status of law. Like a natural person, it can do certain things like own property in its name, enter into a contract, borrow and lend money, sue or be sued, etc. It has been granted certain rights by the law, which it enjoys through its boards of director. Isn't it? Artificial legal person. That means company can also do the work like a human being. That is, it can buy property, it can borrow, lend, but that means in the company's name, right? Then separate legal entity, unlike a proprietorship or partnership, the legal identity of a company and its members are separate. As soon as the joint company is incorporated, it has its own distinct legal identity. So a member of a company is not liable for the company, the artificial person by the name, you can sue on that. But a person who is involved in this business, he has the liability on amount of how much capital he has invested, whether it is in the form of shares or he has invested a large amount of money. Incorporation. For a company to be recognized as a separate legal entity, for it to come into existence, it has to be incorporated. Not registering a joint stock company is not an option. Without incorporation, a company simply does not exist. You have to get it incorporated. That is, you've got to get it registered under the law. Okay. Then perpetual succession. The joint stock company is born out of the law. So that only way for the company to end is by the functioning of law. So the life of a company is in no way related to the life of its members. Okay, it has got nothing to do with members. Members of a company, they keep changing, but it does not affect the company. Right? The live example is of Tata Steel. It was started by Jamshedji Tata. Right? But he is no more. But the company is running. The board of directors or the managing directors, they keep changing, but the company is there in this city. Limited liability. The liability of the shareholders of the company is limited. The personal assets of a member cannot be liquidated to repay the debts of the company. A shareholder's liability is limited to the amount of unpaid share capital. Whatever he has spent money on that much only. If his shares are fully paid, then he has no liability. The amount of debt has no bearing on this. Only the company's assets can be sold off to repay its own debt. Like in member partnership and sole proprietorship, if they had to pay back, they had to sell their own private properties also, no? But here nothing. The company, it becomes the responsibility of the company to pay back. Okay. Common seal. A common seal is of an artificial person. That is only proof. What is that? The stamps which they use. Okay. So when it enters into a contract or signs an agreement, the approval is indicated via a common seal. You have a common seal. engraved seal with the company's name in it, isn't it? That which is being registered with the. And next is transferability of share. In a joint stock company, the ownership is divided into transferable units known as shares. Okay, and in case of a public company, the shares can be transferred freely. There are almost no restriction. And in a public company, there are some restrictions, but the transfer cannot be prohibited. You cannot stop it. Both the cases, the transfer can be done. Like we want to sell, you have stock market where the stocks are being sold and bought with the rise and fall in the price of shares. Right? Now, what is the difference between a partnership and a company? Now, partnership and a company creation by an agreement, registration under Partnership Act 1932, and this is registered under Companies Act 1956. Partnership has minimum 2 members, maximum 10 in a banking and 20 in others, and this company we have private minimum 2 to maximum 50, and public sector 7 to maximum no limit. Legality of existence, no legal existence apart from its members. Separate legal entity, we have done about it, that a company can sue and can be sued against if anything goes wrong. Property belongs to individual partners, belongs to the company. Everything, only the shares, the amount of money which the shareholders have invested, only that much belongs to them. Otherwise, everything belongs to the company. Partners cannot do so with the firm, but can do so with the other partners. Shareholders may enter into a contract with the company. They cannot and they can sell and buy the shares. That is all. Okay. This is the difference between partnership and a company. Now, what are the question? Define joint stock company. Explain any 5 features of joint stock company. And also, what is the difference between a partnership and a company?